Today's subject is very interesting and very useful for anybody who is having problems to conceive. So today's topic is about infertility and what natural remedies we can use to help in these situations. What you can do with massage, which is extremely beneficial for such cases, and most importantly, which is what we'll start talking about, is the stress. Because the energy of stress, it blocks in the area here, and everything is energy, everything is matter. So we have to look at the energy of things. So if there's extreme stress over the fact of not being pregnant, that is a heavy energy. So when I have clients that come to me with these problems, the first thing I want to do with them is I want to help them relax, because you've got to learn to relax so that the body is free from any tensions and toxins that can be created through stressful situations like this. I really understand and I sympathize, because as I said, I've worked a lot with women who have been doing IVF for a long time, and some of them not successful. So every time that they've done that, it's been really difficult for them. And if you're going through that, I really understand. Now, what these remedies, how they can help you. First of all, they're going to unblock any stagnant energy that is around the abdominal and reproductive organs. These techniques, ideally, the ones that are on the feet, should also be applied to your husband or to your partner, so that he too can unblock in the reproductive organs. Some points that I'm going to show you on the feet. Now, the women. I will also show you techniques on the abdomen that you're going to apply on your own, because I'm not there to do it for you. I would like you to watch very carefully how I do it. I will explain it. It's probably going to be in another part, not this one. Right. So let's go back to the stress, because as I said, the first thing that is needed is to reduce stress levels and to become positive and hopeful that you will conceive. That's very important. No matter how many downfalls you've had or how many years you've been trying, it's possible. I've had one lady who was in her 40s and she managed to get pregnant. Now, we also have to look at, there's the physical side of things that cause these problems, but there's also an emotional or psychology side of things, and that is, I've come across it quite a few times with some ladies, and and this applies to the men as well, if you have any kind of blockages from your childhood, of growing up, of playing the role of still being the child, sometimes the child inside a person is really big, and they may not even be aware of it, and that can block you. Because the inner child, no matter how old you are, the inner child is still inside of you. So if that inner child is not ready to be a parent, then they can block the energy there. And how you can release that is, first, if that applies to you and it hits something inside of you, hits truth for that, then just by becoming aware of that emotion, it starts to break. Now, I'll share this story so that it can make better sense for you. I had this lovely lady who came to me, young lady, and she was trying many times to get pregnant. She's got about 4 children now, I heard. So just to know, it's a positive story. But how it came for her to have the blockage? First of all, she was the daughter and she had, I think, quite a few brothers, and she was the youngest, so she was really babied. She was babied a lot, and so that was hard for her to be able to let go of that part in her. So I had to see where else there was blockages, and I found that her mother had passed away with cancer, and that too had been causing a blockage because there was so much pain inside of her of that, and she needed to cry that out, she needed to release that, she needed to be told that it was okay for that to happen. Now, why it got blocked up was because when her mother passed away, she then took the role of the mother, and she was caring for her brothers and her dad and her husband. And when I pointed out to her that she was actually doing that, she suddenly realized that she was able to move on and be a mother and step out of that childhood role. She already was doing that. So as soon as she came to that understanding, she got pregnant straight after. Now, I'm not saying that's in all cases, okay? I'm telling you things, true stories of incidences that happened with my clients and how things have worked. I have another person that I know. She was able to also have a baby through, at the time, becoming vegan. She had an excellent diet. She was eating really healthily, taking lots of vitamins, and after many years of trying unsuccessfully, she got pregnant on her own without IVF. So it can be due to food. But going back to the emotions. Now, the other thing is pressure on us about having the baby. If we feel really pressured on doing this, if everyone's expecting it, like here in Cyprus we have parents, the mums and dads are always expecting for their children to hurry up and have the baby. So if that is happening to you, if you feel this pressure, that too can delay things, right? And you may not have any problem at all, but because the energy is blocked up with these kinds of reasons. And I did have quite a few people who were in that incident, and she realized that, this one particular girl, she realized through talking that she had her parents, the energy, the thoughts of it in the bedroom. So I said, take that out of the bedroom, and it's important that you don't forget the relationship between the husband and wife. It's not all, you have to come together, not just to have a child, come together with the love, and if the child comes, then that's so if you're making it, we have to come together because we have to have a child, that is a stressful energy, and it's an energy that is going to block everything. So I hope I'm making sense with all this. It is a massive subject, but I know with just these things that I've